what's up. That's what's up. Hey, yes, I know I'm real small in the corner right here, but I have a massive message for you today. We're going to dive right in. We're going to get to it. I'm going to talk to you about something that has been cranking out, that's been paying for almost 2 years, and they are growing, growing, growing. A lot of people don't know about this project. A lot of people have heard about this project, but the ones that heard about it act like they don't know about it because they just haven't taken action. So if you're an action taker, if you're somebody that looks for quality projects, you come to the right place. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Take the time, absorb this information. I'm going to give you an update on where I'm at personally in this journey. I'm going to talk about some of the upcoming events and some of the past events. And there's a current event going on right now with this project. So without further ado, here is one of the top 3 quality projects that you'll hear me talk about on and on and on in this day, this time, in this season. This is a rock star, and I want everyone just pay attention to what is going on. This one right here is the game changer that you've been looking for. And before I even dive into it, I want to show you a couple of things. You may have seen this presentation somewhere else. So this is a screenshot when I was doing a testimonial on one of the live Zoom calls. And if you don't know, they do have Zoom calls on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, about 7 p.m. PST. And then on a Saturday morning, it's a little extended version of the presentation, right? And so you have ample opportunity to dive in and get all the information to get you started. The other thing is the guy here, Eloy, and Monica. This is one of the presentations. Obviously, this is a screenshot because I just wanted to make sure I could capture, some of these moments. This one is, they were doing a presentation, and I think it's like every couple of weeks, they're from, South America. I think Eloy lives in the U.S., but they do a lot of the Spanish presentations, and they have a massive Spanish following in this program. So every couple of weeks, they'll do a special Zoom, and that one you don't want to miss because they connect with the owners, the founders, the developers, and they provide us with those updates to the program. And so there's a lot of great things going on. The beautiful thing about this program, and it's kind of that double-edged sword where it's working so well that there's nothing new to put out every day or every week. But at the same time, when people don't hear about it every day, every week, then they just don't know if it's working or not. And while I'm making money, I don't just throw it out there like every week. Hey, look, I made this. Hey, I made this. That's not, because the purpose behind making money is what you do with it and how you take care of your family, your friends, your community, and the things that you love, right? It's not to just put it out there. And so you're not going to hear people throwing, out information every week. And so it's kind of a unsung hero, if you will, of this passive income space. So I want to let you guys know right up front, this is a quality platform that's been performing, and based on conversations with some of the top people in this business, especially what David, and Eloy and Monica, they have been there since the beginning. They reached out to David and said, hey, look, you want to take a look at this, from a mutual friend. And so he was, David was like, okay, I'll take a look at it, but it's probably, like everything else. And so he slept on it for a while. He put something in and let it see if it worked. And he said he didn't really get the light bulb moment until about 6 months after he was already in. And by that time, he was like, man, this thing is cranking out, and I could have been so far ahead, right? And it took me 1 year and 4 months before I even pulled the trigger on this. So we understand that a lot of people, or even some of the people that really understand this space, they're just not in tune with something that's quietly building and making people a lot of money in this program. And it's because there's not a lot of publicity. There's nobody out there just standing up and down, jumping up and down, right? but it is working, and we have to get that message out, because I know people out there that are being taken advantage of with so many different, shiny object programs. So we just want to provide something that's real, that's been around, it stood the test of time, and it is going into its second phase very soon by launching this new token. So without going too far off track, I want to make sure I give you value during this time that we have together. But you do want to make a note of the XAILESLatino.com. That is the Zoom link, actually. And so it says, this is from August, but I just wanted to show you that if you see this pop up on your Telegram or Facebook page or somewhere in your Messenger, if I send it to you, then definitely check the date and time. And they normally do, like I said, a couple of times a month, they'll come on and they'll do a special Zoom call. And so I'll be shooting that out for people to take a look at. I got some great members. I thank you guys for joining me. I thank you for, just taking the leap with me, because it's a special thing that we do. All right. So without kind of going off track too much, I want to go ahead, and I literally was on a call last night. And so this morning I said, man, this is crazy. Like, I really need to be more active, proactive, and get out there and tell people about this, because there's so much craziness. I mean, I see, I'm on YouTube and I'm watching, and I see stuff out there like, why are people even talking about this? And then you'll see 5,000 people in the program. Like, this doesn't even like compute. Like, it's doomed to fail. Like, we've seen all this before, but people will just run to it because of some personality or somebody that they like that's pitching it. You got some tokens out there, that have these influencers. And, if you just scan a little bit, you'll see that these people have gotten in trouble because they did not understand what they were influencing, right? So be careful. Definitely make sure you look for the reliable source of information when it comes to these crypto projects. So XAILES is a top project, and I will definitely say that over and over and over. So what I want to show you right now is, let's go to, I'm trying to see if I can pull up the website, and in there we go. I think I got it. Yeah. So it's a great, it's simple. I love the fact that it's simple. It gets straight to the point. There's no fluff. It's like, this is what we do, right? And when I'm gonna talk about really the focus of the program for so many people. I'm not going to go all over every detail about all the different, projects that they have, different plans, and the different new developments. Like, it's so many things that they're doing that it'll take, 2 or 3 hours to go over. But the things that I know based upon listening to the leaders and basically being involved in this project for about almost 5 months, then I can talk about the things that I personally know, because I want you to know what I know. I want you to know this is my personal experience. This is not about, what I think or somebody else or nothing. No, this is my personal experience, and you can have that same experience. Effortless staking and abundant rewards, right? Look how it kicks it off. Enter a vibrant staking world where simplicity meets generous reward. Simple. That's all we need, right? We don't need a whole lot of rigmarole. We just know that we want simple and reward, period, right? What sets X firm? And so you may see the term X firm. So XAILES is XAILES, actually, but we'll say XAILES because a lot of people kind of recognize that. And the X firm is a part of, is a staking platform within the XAILES or XAILES platform. Okay. So you have abundant staking, tailored staking, empowered staking, and secure rewards. And so you say, what do they mean by that? Well, there's a couple of things. So if you got involved in this particular platform, you have the ability to spread the word. And when you spread the word, then they're going to pay you 2 to 5% spot bonus, 10% direct referral bonus, 5% indirect referral bonuses up to 10 levels. I mean, it is, it is on and on and on. So even if, right, even if you said, look, I only have $100 and I put that $100 in and I actually start earning a percentage off of that every day, week, month, or whatever you want to do. And you have 100 people in a previous program that are looking for something amazing, and you bring those 100 people over and say, look, we can earn daily, monthly, weekly on this platform. It's been going for almost 2 years. Let's make this happen. You will get paid 2 to 5% on a spot bonus, which is, from the deposit, and then there's some profit from there, then some commission from there. Then there's a 10% direct referral bonus that happens on their profit every month. So it's not coming out of their initial, it's coming out of their profit. And then there's a 5% indirect bonus on levels deeper than the first level. Phenomenal stuff going on here, right? And so we hadn't even talked about the plans yet, but that's up front because they want you to know, you spread the word, they're going to thank you by providing you with a piece of the pie, right? And so you have all of this good information here. You can go to xfirm.finance and you can peruse through that as you see fit. Unlock massive rewards with our flexible staking plans. What are those plans? You have a 0.3%, right, daily for 22 months. Now, if you want to 2x your monies, you can go for that plan. Or they have a weekly plan. The weekly plan here is 3.125% for 22 months, which is going to 3x your rewards. And that's over a 22-month period. So you're looking at about a 300% return on that, right? And then we have the monthly plan, which is the most popular, right? 18.18% for 22 months, which is a 400% return, which is 4x in your rewards over that 22-month period. And then we have the fixed plan. Now, after you get your initial monies back and you want to, put something in there and let it go for 22 months, almost 2 years, then we believe 2 years from now, it'll still be here. We believe 5 years from now, it'll still be here. But everybody can't say that. Therefore, you may not want to go down that road. You go with the monthly, weekly, or daily. But if you feel like, hey, I have some monies, I'm earning on a daily, I'm earning on a weekly, I'm earning on a monthly, I want to do a fix. So you say, hey, I got, $10,000 that I set aside for this purpose. And you drop that 10,000 in there, do the fixed plan. You're going to 5x your monies over a 22-month period. So think about that. If you put in 10,000 and you got a $50,000 return after almost 2 years and you didn't have to touch it and it just grew on its own, that's pretty awesome, right? You don't really get that anywhere else. So those are the options when it comes to the plans. So what I want to do now, right? I'm going to go up here and I'm going to see, I can go ahead and sign in. And I want to see, because I think I have my monthly, one of my benefits that has matured for the month, because I'm in the monthly plan, and I'll show you that in a minute. And so you can see that. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right, you still with me? Okay. I know you're trying to pick off my password, so we're going to be careful here. Let's go here. I don't want you, let's hold on here. All right, we'll do that right quick. All right, let's look at that. And then I'll go back over here and all right. Let's see if I can get. All right, let's go. Okay, boom. All right, so we'll go back over. I gotta find it again. What happened? I don't know. Hold on. I don't see. I'm trying to figure out what did I do with the screen share. This is weird. Where did it go? All right, let's go back. over here. Let's see what I did. Oh, okay. Here we go. Sorry. I'm in now. You know how it is, man. It's been a while. So StreamYard is cool, but sometimes it takes some things to make it work for you. All right, so we're here again. So I want to go here, and I want to show you. Just wanted to make it a little bigger for you so you can see everything. All right, so when you get yourself set up, right, and you're probably saying, well, how do we do that? Well, the first thing you do, you get to the link, you get registered, right? After you get registered, then you can look here and it says KYC. So the first thing you want to do is it's a simple KYC, nothing flashy, nothing fancy. You just go in, you take your picture, you get hooked up, everything is good to go, right? Number one, take a photo, make sure it's clear without wearing glasses. Two, please take a photo of yourself holding your national ID, and that's pretty much it. And you're done, and it goes by super fast. Okay. Now, one of the things that's very interesting is, and they didn't always have this, by the way, but they have obviously added this piece. I think this is great because what it shows you is a snapshot of your balance sheet, right? It tells you your whole dashboard really in a nutshell. These are the most important things you want to know. You don't really need everything, but here's what they have condensed into this one space, right? How much have you totally invested across everything in their platform? That gives you there, right? As you can see, total investment 7425, total earnings 7485. Does that mean that I have gotten my money back? 100%, right? So that quick snapshot tells me I'm in the clear. Now everything else is on them. Like I am earning on house money right now. How cool is that? Okay. So I'm on a 400% return plan, which is a monthly plan, and I can reinvest after 378 days. I'm good with that, right? Up to this date, I have withdrawn $6,000. So if I withdraw another 1,014 or about 1,400, then I'm good. Like I'm good, right? So I'm going to show you what happens now that I know that. Now I can go over here. You can look at, like I said, you got your team. You can look at, it gives you, a snapshot of your team view. The reports I think are really great because you can look at your total transactions. You see every single, amount that's put in, every single profit, every single commission. You got, who and what and where. I think that's really, really good, for those that actually, look for that stuff. But it gives you a breakdown here, right? So I'm gonna go back here to the dashboard because after you have cleared the KYC, right, it takes time to do that. Usually within the same day, it could be a couple hours, could be, 24 hours, whatever, but it's pretty short. So after you do that, people ask this question all the time. How do I make a deposit? Okay. Now, there are videos for this. But today, this video is going to break it down for you just like I did on my previous video. But I want you to know very clearly, this is outstanding. Like this platform is so good. Where it says, you see where it says withdrawal, you should keep scrolling. Right here, you got your referral link is right there. So right underneath your referral link, you'll see the TRC20, you see the ERC20, you see BEP20, right? If you want to deposit in Tron, which is ERC20, the stable coin, ERC20 stable coin, these are the two most popular, right? Some people have a lot of the BEP20, which is under the Binance Smart Chain. So you can choose whichever one. But here's the key. If you don't get anything else from this conversation, get this. Take the actual wallet address from wherever you're sending and click on the receive, take that wallet address for the receive, and this is where I want to use this wallet address, this particular account, to receive my withdrawals. Now, hear what I'm saying, and then you'll see why I'm telling you this. This is where you're going to receive your withdrawals. At the same time, that's the same account that you're going to send your deposit from. Understand, you don't have two wallet addresses. Like if you go to your bank account, you have a checking account or a credit or current or a checking account or a savings account. You don't have two checking account numbers. You have one, right? So you can't send and receive and it's two separate. No, they're the same thing. So don't get confused if somebody says, why do I need to put that in there? That's my deposit when I'm putting a withdrawal. It's the same account number, right? So don't get confused over that. Take your wallet address from wherever you're going to receive your withdrawals and you put it right here, okay? Because when you deposit, this binds your particular account with whatever you send. And so there is no 50 million, confirmations and you're waiting 2-3 days to get confirmed. They already know, look, this is the account that it's coming from, and we will receive it under this account and it will get confirmed instantly. Got that? So if you want your funds confirmed pretty much instantly so you can start earning, then you need to do this first, because you're not going to be able to deposit without it anyway. Okay. So I did that one and I did the USDT ERC20. And so those two I've done because that's the only ones that I use for this purpose. If you have Matic, if you have Binance, the stable coins, you can use those. If you have USDC, you can use that. That is totally up to you, but you have to put it in there before you make a deposit. Okay. That is key. A lot of people get stuck here. Don't get stuck. Boom. You do that, then you can make a deposit and you're good to go. So what happens after you do that? You'll get this QR code, as well as you see right here, it says copy link, or you can do the QR code. Add wallet balance by simply sending USDT coins to the above wallet address, right? So you click the copy link. This is where it's going to. This is your account. This is your wallet in the XFirm base. XAILES, XFirm. This is where your wallet sits. That's your wallet in this particular account. Why do I say that's your wallet? Because it will come in and it will sit in your wallet. Now, a lot of sites don't have this. A lot of sites will just send money in and it'll go to the platform wallet, and then they will move it into action, right? Where you start earning. This one, when you send it, it will get deposited and it will sit in your wallet, right? And it'll be in your upgrade wallet, by the way. I mix that up sometime. So it will sit in your upgrade wallet, right? You make a deposit, it's going to sit in your upgrade wallet. Now, you have to move it from your upgrade wallet into an actual deposit plan, daily, weekly, monthly, or fixed. You move it into those plans. So when you deposit, it's not going to automatically go because it doesn't know where you want it to go. So how do you move it? Well, I'm going to show you that right now. Okay. So right here where it says daily, weekly, monthly, fixed, right? It says, please enter amount that you want. And then you click stake now. So whatever you, minimum $100, you put that in there, you hit stake now. And then after you hit stake, guess what happens? It goes right here. Then it'll say you have $100 staked right there. That when that right there is populated, you start earning, right? When you start to earn, then it will populate here. Okay. So every day you'll see these numbers clicking, right? This one right here says this is the total. This right here is your daily. Yeah, this is what is being calculated on a daily basis. So it's cumulative. So you'll see it from day one all the way till whenever, right? And you'll keep, seeing it grow. Then when it gets to that 30 days for the monthly, then you'll see that number added here and it will go into your wallet. That's why that 1030 is there, is because today is when I put the first, I think 5,500 in, then bam. And a couple of days later, I put additional amount. And then about, a few months later, I put another amount, right? So it'll calculate 30 days, boom, here's your profit. Then it'll say, oh, another one 2 days later, that's 30 days for that one. here's your profit. So if I wait 2 or 3 days, then that number will go up. Okay. Because there's, other deposits that were made. So that's what you're going to see in your account. Okay. So it's pretty cool, pretty straightforward. So here's something else, right? Let's look at this. This is, I didn't know this until recently, that I can move without withdrawing, because I said, oh my God, I got to withdraw and put it back in. No, what you can do is take a certain amount from your wallet and send it to your upgrade wallet. What does that do? When you get profits and you want to redeposit, you don't have to withdraw them. You can actually move that amount in your wallet to your upgrade wallet, and then you can reinvest. That right there is a game changer for me. All right. So let's look at that. So I want to look at that and say, let's take 50/30. Oh, wrong number. Sorry. I was, yeah, like 5,000. Where am I thinking? Right. So I took 530 and I can go here and I hit move. Okay. So it says processing. Now, what do we see? So now I had 1,030. Now it's 550 over here. So that 530 was moved to the upgrade wallet. Now that I have 530 moved over here, what do you think I'm going to do? Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to show you exactly the process. I'm going to come down here where it says monthly, and I'm going to add 530 right here. Okay, where it says monthly, I'm adding 530, stake now. Okay, then it gives you this, which I can't see. I hope I can move the thing so I can see it, I guess. I don't know why this happens, but we'll try it again. Okay, let's go here. Okay. And it gives you some information, which, it is what it is, right? It's basically saying that when you withdraw, there'll be basically 6% withdrawal fee. That's pretty much what it's telling you. All right, so that's been put in there. Then it refreshes. Now you see the upgrade wallet has been reduced. And what happened? The monthly deposit went up. Now, what does that mean? That means, guess what? Instead of making 18% of 5,000, instead of making 18% of 6,000, instead of making 18% of 7,000, now making 18% of 7,655. That's what that means. So I have a goal to get to a certain number. And so the only way I get there is just taking it day by day and basically month by month. And we will continue to upgrade into that account. Now, as you can tell, I still have 500 left in this wallet where I can withdraw, or I can put over here. I can do whatever I want to with it. So I'm probably going to up my weekly deposit here with that, but I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. So I'm going to give it a couple of days to see how much comes in from my other deposits that I did, like I said, a few days after, right? And then I can decide how I want to use that. Okay, cool. So I just wanted you to see that breakdown. Hopefully that gave you some insight to how this whole thing works. And I believe that there's just massive benefit in this platform, as well as similar ones as well. So when we look at this particular program, I can honestly say that there are some phenomenal things coming. And I don't want to get into everything, but I just want to quickly kind of go over some of the new things that are coming down the pipeline, and then we'll go ahead and close it out. All right. So this is the kind of official presentation of sorts. Revolutionary blockchain technology and digital asset, of course. Disclaimer, look, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here to help you understand that you're missing out on something phenomenal if you're looking for passive income. One of the things that a symphony of digital innovation. So this is new. XAILES is an ecosystem designed to revolutionize this digital cryptocurrency and blockchain market with cutting-edge technology and innovative solutions. All right, cool. I'm with that. Founded January 2022. What is today? January 2022. Today is October 2025. So what does that tell you? That means 2022 to 2023 was 1 year, right? But they didn't launch the X firm staking until about a year later, right? And so if we look at it in holistically, it's over 2 years that they've been cranking it out, doing great things. And you may be saying, well, what does that mean, Rashid? They didn't just come out here and do the hybrid staking platform. That's the last thing on the list. They started out creating their cryptocurrency, their navigator, their exchange platform, and all these things are being built over time. And they saw that, hey, look, the trading is happening. We're making good money with this. We opened the hybrid staking platform up. Now we will have funds to go ahead and finish off some of these other things. So then they're going to launch their token. They're going to go ahead and get that exchange open up. They already have the NFT marketplace that they're going to launch as well. And you have a decentralized browser. You know, BAT, which is the basic attention token, they actually created a decentralized browser back in the day. And so I've seen that happen. There are some benefits to it. You can actually earn tokens from utilizing the browser, which is very cool. I think Opera does the same thing. So, but this one has the support of the hybrid staking platform and the XBI already in place. And so that's a game changer in itself. And then you see that AI, the video games and services that they're going to launch as well. And so this is something that's phenomenal. These things have been in place since January 2022. The actual staking platform is only about a year and 10, almost 11 months old, and therefore still blowing everybody out of the water when it comes to amazing platforms. So we've talked about pretty much everything that I wanted to cover today. And the last thing that I want to put out there is this. I want to be very sincere with what I'm going to tell you here. This platform is amazing, period, right? We've talked about that. But I want to get intimate with you with something that's really happening today. We know that there's a government shutdown in the U.S. With this government shutdown, it doesn't only affect the federal workers, right? My day job is working for the federal government. Just for those that don't know, I do have an actual day job. But as you can tell, I'm not at work because there's a government shutdown. But how many of you out there that have a job with the federal government and was prepared with additional income streams when or if a government shutdown was going to happen? Think about it. If you're a veteran, if you're military, or a federal worker, did you have a plan in place? Or were you one of the people that when somebody said, hey, why don't you come take a look at this passive income opportunity? I don't need that. I'm good. I got my government job. Like, why do I need to look at something else? How many times have you been called in to sign off on your furlough letter in the last 10 years? At least 3. Are you still waiting? This is serious. Your family depends on you. Are you going to do something to supplement that 9 to 5, that 8 to 4, that 7 to 3? Are you going to do anything about that? Or are you going to continue waiting for people that can't get it together in Washington to guide your lifestyle? That's all I got for you. Hope to see you soon. All right. Peace.